if we manage to shift the unnecessary activities to the low wind season, we can save up to $100,000 per year, which translates to 1,250 megawatts hour per year.
Zung, welcome on this rainy German morning.
Hi Dennis.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
Soon I guess you will have much better weather because you go to Thailand,
Bangkok, Thailand.
Yeah,
yes,
awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, I chose to stay here to take care of all the video stuff. I hope you guys will share a lot with us. A great chance to have a deeper look to your presentation. On your slides, you will have a big presentation there. Before we jump in, maybe for those that don't know you yet so well, could you quickly give an overview, like who you are and what you're doing here?
Yeah, sure. So thanks, Dennis. My name is Duong, and I'm from Vietnam, but for the last 7 years I've been living in Germany for my studies and eventually my work. And I must say that it has been quite a journey for me, working at STEAG as a director for business development and sales for the Vietnamese market, as well as supporting other markets in the region. You know, I have to balance between the Eastern and the Western working styles, but yeah, it's actually what's make my job so interesting and challenging, and I really like doing it.
I guess the German engineers are even a special kind of their own.
Well, yeah, you could put it that way. Yeah.
I think you're doing well. You're managing your colleagues well, so that's good.
Yeah, I hope so.
So in Bangkok, you will give a presentation. What's it going to be about?
Right. Yeah. So STEAG will be presented in the Enlit conference in Bangkok, Thailand, and I will have a big presentation at the stage Next Generation, with the topic about our smart digital solutions. Yeah. And
since we talked before a bit, I think it's pretty interesting that you're combining those two facets of the same coin, more or less, to say, well, renewables, we want to improve, we want to build, we want to make them more efficient, but that goes only hand in hand in also looking at the existing conventional fleet, at least for a while, at least for some time.
Exactly.
And I think that's both what you're going to address in that.
Yes, exactly. STEAG, we strongly believe on tackling both thermal and renewables at the same time, and especially for emerging market like Southeast Asia, where energy supply has to be reliable and has to be reliable. So we need to look at thermal and renewables to firm up the energy supply of both sectors. Yeah, and my presentation will showcase our best digital practices from Germany, how we optimize thermal sector and renewable sector.
Good.
Yeah.
So maybe if you could walk us a little bit through, so even those that can't be there on site can learn a little bit what you figured out there.
Yes, sure. So we learned from Germany, from our experience in Germany, we learned that digitalization is a great tool when you want to optimize your thermal and renewable assets. But the question is it also a solution for owner in Southeast Asia? And throughout the presentation, we will find the answer for the question, is digitalization the right tool for Southeast Asia? So for those of you who don't know STEAG, we are the 5th largest IPP in Germany. We have a large portfolio of assets. We own and operate more than 7 gigawatts capacity, mainly in Germany, for both conventional power and renewable power. And besides that, we also provide services and solutions for more than 15 gigawatts capacity around the world. Yeah. And if you look at our digital footprint, we have been doing digital for so many years and all over the places, from Brazil, from India, Europe as well, and South Africa as well. And for the last 12 years, we have equipped more than 100 gigawatts capacity with our digital solutions, more than 70 project deployments since 2006, with an average portfolio size of 7 gigawatts. Well, in the market of Germany, 75% power plants are using our plant performance management system. And one of our most valued client is RWE, and they have expressed their absolute trust on us by deploying our solution throughout the entire fleet wide. In Southeast Asia, we also have a strong presence with more than 12 gigawatts capacity optimized by STAX Digital Solutions, 30 deployments across 6 countries. Yeah. And we as long-term trusted partner of EGAT, of Zemkov, Malakov, TNB, and so on in Southeast Asia.
Are there any special challenges that you see looking at the power plants in Southeast Asia?
Yes, that is a very good question, interesting question, Dennis. I will show you one survey we have conducted with our partner in Vietnam. And so we interviewed a few plant owners, and they have answered in the following ways. Some of the main challenges they are facing at the moment is slacking and fouling, because they have to process coal with different characteristics from their boiler design. So that is a very painful point that they are going through. And so boiler tube leakage is also a problem. As you know, 60% of boiler outages caused by boiler tube leakages. One other problems they are facing is the CO2 emission, very high emission. And they need to reduce the CO2 emission to comply with the policy.
Sounds all familiar. It's
yes.
Quite a distance from Germany to Vietnam, but the challenges seem to be similar. Yeah?
Exactly, yes. We experienced the same situation in Germany back 10 years back, right, when the energy transition started. And that's also when we started our own digitalization journey. So I really hope that we can bring the German engineer and the digital experience we have to the Southeast Asia.
Sounds promising.
Yeah.
That's good. Good. So that's a nice case study there.
Right.
Do you have more numbers we could share that you found during your research?
Sure. Well, that's all about the thermal sector. Right. But when we also have to look at the other side of the coin of the energy transition, which is the challenges for the renewables. So what are the biggest challenges that owners faces when they operating wind and solar? We have found one study from Wood Mackenzie, and it is confirmed that is the cost from unexpected downtime, which happens to be 57% of total O&M costs per year. And those unplanned events can add up to $30,000 in cost per turbine per year, which is an awful lot of money coming out of your pocket, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. When we tackle the renewable sector, we usually look at early detection, utilize early detections and smart maintenance planning to optimize the energy production as well as the revenue, and to boost the efficiency and availability of the turbine up.
I assume over the year that is pretty important to in the strong wind season, you have to be available and not have some unexpected maintenance that slows down or even stops your turbine for some time.
Yes, exactly. And what we learned from our own operating experience is that those unplanned events usually happens when there is a high wind season. Yeah, so imagine if your turbines are down during the high wind season. There's a lot of money and potential you are wasting.
It would be very disappointing to see that happen to the plants, to the turbines I'm responsible for. So, yeah, not good. Not a good situation for sure.
Exactly. No. Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. Could you share a more detailed example with us how that knowledge from the conventional experience from the past now transfers into the renewable projects, their challenges and their possibilities for improvement?
Yeah, sure, Dennis. Let me start with a little bit of a background on our digitalization. So back about 12 years ago, STEAC started the digitalization first on the thermal sector. And I must say that it was a long and painful journey we went through. So we were exposed to a lot of false alarms, and which wasn't helpful at all. And but after a lot of mistakes and lessons learned, our development team have managed to create alarm as reliable and accurate as possible. So we thought, why don't we utilize that great achievement to the renewable sectors as well? We can utilize that to create smart and automated maintenance planning for renewables, and that's exactly what we did. Smart maintenance planning is one thing we can do, and the second thing we can do is by utilizing early prediction, we aim to boost the efficiency and reliability of the turbine beyond O&M's obligations. It was achieved at one of our own wind farms by 4%, which is 13 gigawatts hour over the years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think you can agree with me that the potential is there, and the potential is enormous. But potential that hasn't been unlocked is meaningless. So we are here to help you unlock and discover those potential at your wind farm.
And I'm still thinking, you had this question in the beginning, is digitalization the key to do that? Could you now share the answer? What is your finding after all those examples, those that you shared and even more?
Yes, we believe digitalization is a great tool for not just for us, but for you as well. Because simply, why not digitalization? Why not use something that is already available there, that you don't have to install additional measures, fast onboarding process with short payback period.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wow. Is there any highlight that you can share about the event? Something new that might be available to those going there, or something to look at, to touch, or something?
Yeah. For wind and solar, I am going to announce one newest exciting product we developed named Sensaya.
Great. And it's even there to look and feel and play with it?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. For those online, let us know if you also want to see that. We can also do some digital things soon, but first the fair, and then we will see.
Yes.
But wow.
Agree.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot to share. Interesting. I hope you will share a lot of insights, photos, videos when you are there on the ground. Good luck with your presentation there.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining and sharing today. And yeah, looking forward to stay in touch and see what's happening.
Yes.
So, thanks,
it's a
Zoom.
pleasure. Yeah. Thanks,
you.
Dennis.